Hello, and welcome to HealthFirst, the application that connects patients, doctors, and clinics while still putting you first.
Hi, I'm Dane. I was in charge of data visualization and entry for this project.
Hi, I'm Sadie and I worked on the check-in process.
Hi, I'm Simon, and I was in charge of our shared calendar, our in-network provider map, and some general UI.
Hi, I'm Morgan and I handled the database and medical tracker.
Welcome to HealthFirst. We believe that patients should be the owners of their own healthcare experiences. We find that all too often, insurance companies are overrepresented in the healthcare industry, and we want to give some of that power back to patients and their providers. Our solution therefore features a virtual check-in process, which enables our patients to spend less time filling out redundant forms and more time participating in their appointments, ideally one-on-one with their doctor. This check-in process leverages generative artificial intelligence to create a curated continuity of care document, which is designed for doctors and not insurance companies, and will help guide the appointment for both the patient and the provider. Data ownership is another major concern for us, so the app also features individualized data for each of our users. But we believe that customization is not everything in terms of data ownership. In fact, we believe that every patient should be able to feel comfortable reading and interpreting their data. We supplement, therefore, our data visualizations with generative AI, which can provide unique insights to our users, bridging the data literacy gap between our users and their data.
Hi, so we're going to go ahead and go through a run through of the full application. So the first thing I'm going to do is sign in as a clinic employee. We're going to say that patient has called in to create an appointment, and we're going to go ahead and do that for them. So I've signed in as a clinic employee, and I'm going to go ahead and go to appointments. And I'm going to click make appointment. And the patient who is calling in is Kayla Bacon. So we're going to go ahead and create an appointment for Kayla Bacon. And Kayla Bacon would like to see their provider, Harry Smith. And they would like to do so on Wednesday, December 4th at 11:30 a.m. I see now that the appointment has been set, so I say thank you to the patient for calling in, and that's it for the appointment creation. Now, as the patient, Kayla Bacon, let's say it's the day of or day before, and I go ahead and log in and start my check-in process for that appointment. So I go to my calendar and I look at 4th and I see that appointment at 11:30 with Harry Smith, and I'm going to go ahead and check in. And we can see that the form fills up in, and I see this insulin. And one thing I've been really concerned about is my weight. So I'm going to say, I know we have tested or have discussed testing for diabetes, and I believe my weight loss from the last few weeks will is concerning. So I'm going to go ahead and click finish on that, and this is going to create a continuity of care document for me. This is the document that is an industry standard for doctors and for their patient appointments, and will make this appointment easier for the doctor to address the patient's concerns. So I see this, and based on the patient's concern about recent weight loss, the discussion about diabetes, the following diagnosis could be considered. So I can read through this and be more educated on what I should bring up to my doctor during my appointment. So now that I've seen this, I like it. This is all my information. I'm going to say confirm. And this is uploading everything to the database, and I say, okay. And now I'd like to go and update my weight. So let's imagine it's the 2nd, and my new weight measurement has gone down just a tiny bit. And I go ahead and submit that. And now that's been uploaded, so my doctor will be able to see that. And I'm going to go ahead and also update my insulin usage. So see for medication, update medication usage. And I'm going to talk about my insulin. And it's the end of the day on December 2nd. So I'm going to say, yes, I took my medication today. And I'm going to go ahead and submit that. medication use has been updated, and that's all I wanted to do before my appointment. Now we're going to say it's the day of the appointment and I'm logging in as the doctor, or Harry Smith. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And the first thing I'm going to do before the appointment, or right at the beginning of the appointment, is go ahead and go to my patient and look at their chart. So I'm first going to look at, what did we talk about previously? Started testing for diabetes. Oh, interesting. And I'm going to look at the patient's concerns as well. And I can see here, I know we've discussed testing for diabetes. I believe my weight loss in the last few weeks is concerning. So I know this is what the patient wants to discuss today. And I see we do have insulin prescribed for 100 milligrams 3 times a day. And now that I'm talking to Kahlert Bacon, I want to pull up a chart so that we can get some visualization of the patient themselves. So I'm going to pull up Kahlert Bacon and pull up Kahlert Bacon's weight chart. And we see here that there is a lot of variance in the weight throughout time. So we're going to talk about that. And because I'm not a specialist in diabetes, I'm probably going to refer Kahlert Bacon to a specialist, and we're going to go ahead and add that note here. So I'm going to go to Kahlert Bacon just so that I remember next time I see him what is going on with his health. Referring patient to a diabetes specialist, because I want to make sure my patient gets the best care they possibly can. And I see that note right here, and that's great. So that's the end of the appointment. And now we're going to say I'm Kahlert Bacon either the same day or later. And I just want to look for myself. I just want to look for other doctors, because what if I don't want to just go with the first doctor that's suggested to me? I just want to know a little bit more, and I should be able to do so. So I go to my in-network providers, and I see Dr. House from Show, and I also see Dr. Jenny Bing. I'm kind of curious. I want to see where on the map. I'm in Salt Lake, and I want to see how close Jenny Bing is to me. And this looks great, so I'm going to zoom in again. And I want to go ahead and create an appointment with Jenny Bing. And I can go to schedule an appointment, and I can either call in or do anything from here, but it made it so much easier to find the appointment. And that is all for the run through on the patient, on the HealthFirst application. Thank you so much.
Now I'm going to talk about some of our system design details and engineering milestones. So first off, our application was built and runs using Flutter, but does have some Python scripts in the background that we use to interact with OpenAI through an API call. We use that during our continuity of care document and to generate some information on our data pages. We also have a database that we host on AWS using funding from the College of Computer Science. And now for some of our engineering milestones. We used GitLab to communicate with each other and set issues. And we had a total of 107 issues that we closed during development. So those are just milestones in our code that we defined as issues. We also have a GitHub repository that by the end of the project had 231 commits on the main branch. And you can see there that 82.1% of the code in our GitHub repository is written in Dart. We also had our Postgres database with a total of 28 relational data tables, where we store information about our users and information that they enter into the HealthFirst app. Finally, we had a user study. We interviewed 9 users with different backgrounds in 2 separate waves. So we came to these users and we had them test our application, and we got some great feedback so that we could make edits. And then about a month later, we came back and had these users go a second time so they could give us updated information about how they felt. To conclude, HealthFirst is a one-stop shop for patients, doctors, and clinics in order to make the healthcare process easier for everyone. We offer convenient, asynchronous communication and information sharing between patients and providers through features like our shared calendar and personal data pages. We also provide an easy appointment creation and check-in process in order to give face-to-face time back to our users. We appreciate your interest in the application we've developed over the last year. And from all of the developers of HealthFirst, we say thank you.